making some quiet. I am making some sweet potatoes, and I thought, why not, since I'm not doing anything else, do a little review of the book I most recently read. It's called Mountain in the Sea. It's by Ray Naylor. I think that I'm pronouncing that right. And it is a book that, on paper, was like written for me. I love speculative science fiction. I also love the ocean and am fascinated by it and how little we know about it and the creatures within it. So it was right up my alley. So the core story follows, and I hope I've never heard this name in real life, Dr. Ha Nguyen, who is a biologist, sea anthropologist, and a person who studies octopuses. I don't know if there's a specific word for that. Who, in a sort of future world, gets hired to go to this island where it is believed that octopus have formed a culture in some ways comparable to humankind in terms of having a society and art, and they're communicating and passing things down through the generations. She is joined by a artificial intelligence they are called a robot or an android in different places in the book. I think android is sort of what gets landed on as the actual accurate thing. But it's got a lot of the stuff that I sort of like, which is like questions about what it means to be a person, and not in like a sort of like in like a very real like philosophical sense. What makes us different from other animals? If another animal was able to imagine things and tell stories and pass things down through writing, would they then be human, or would they be something different? And there's a lot of sort of talk about octopus physiology, which I also like. So for me, the keywords, octopus anthropology is like really enough to like sell me on a book. But if you're not convinced, there's a lot of other like very cool stuff. The book is almost, I would say, like a series of short stories that kind of interconnect at different points, that kind of follow ideas about AI and drones and the way people think and the way that we like interact with machinery and intelligence and the world around us, our society, who we are, violence, lots of really cool stuff all over the book. And any one of the sort of little sub-stories, I think, to me, would be a good short story on its own, or a good novella, maybe, because it's a fairly long book. So at times it can be a little spy thriller, at times it can be sort of, more of a like science fiction horror thing. Lots of great stuff ongoing all throughout. I wasn't like exceptionally wowed by the prose in the book at like the line level. It was fine. There was nothing like wrong with it. I was just never like, whoa, this is incredible. But it's like inoffensive for sure. It has like a few moments of, like interesting stuff, but for the most part, just kind of like neutral. But the like ideas and the plot of the story really like carries it. So I would definitely recommend checking this book out. Either purchasing it or literally checking it out at your local library. If you clicked on this book, or if you clicked on this video, not this book, if you clicked on this video because you already read the book and you really liked it, and you just wanted to sort of hear someone agree with you, wow, this is a dull knife. That's great. I'm glad that you chose this one. Some other books you might like that I think are sort of similarly interesting. Jeff Vandermeer's Southern Reach trilogy, really good. The Lave of Heaven by Ursula K. Le Guin, or you could just go to an aquarium in real life.